Welcome to the Baseball Brew Crew Podcast. We are keeping baseball history alive one craft beer at a time. This is episode 180. Wherever you are watching or listening, please give us a like and a follow. And if you love beer with your baseball, please tell a friend. Let's get to it. Here is the lineup card for today.
Ladies and gentlemen, now batting, the Squared Circle Diamond King. Number 24, the Big Hurt, Allan Jepsen.
Hitting first is the newest acquisition and the first international signing of the Baseball Brew Crew. It is the Big Hurt, Allan Jepsen. How are you doing tonight? Are you getting snowed on?
Not right at this moment, but it's been snowed for the last couple of days. So, I mean, it's not quite Arizona weather, but, I'll take it.
Nice. Batting second is the field correspondent and the senior research analyst at the Baseball Brew Crew. It is Kevin Lyon. How are you doing? You got back safely. Thank you.
I got back safely at like 11:15 p.m. California time last night. Let me tell you, we didn't get snow, but in Arizona, much like Allan Jepsen has his hands, it was literally raining bananas on us at points over the weekend in beautiful Mesa, Arizona.
Nice. We're so glad that you got back safely. I always
that probably isn't.
Well, speaking of which, batting in the 3-hole is the Goodwill Ambassador and the Sultan of Swig at the Baseball Brew Crew. It is Cowboy Jack Durango.
Guys, I just want to let everybody know the contract negotiations have gone positive. I'm back on the air between the board of directors and my talent manager. They've reached out to some companies and somebody to pick up the extra slack in my contract monetarily. And so now every one of my appearances here on the Baseball Brew Crew will be sponsored. Gents, we've all been there. After a long day on the diamond, you walk into the bedroom and the coach wants you to hit some extra batting practice. And you just don't have the stamina to knock it out of the park. Well, my friends, thanks to Big League Blue Chew, you'll be rounding the bases and headed for home plate all night long. You won't have to worry about the coach giggling with her friends that your batting average is more pathetic than the Anaheim Angels starting lineup. No, all you have to do is chew it and you'll be hitting so many home runs. Aaron Judge will be asking for your secret. No pills, no waiting in the dugout, and no more awkward conversations on the mound, boys. Using a proprietary doctor-approved formula, whether you're in the first inning or the bottom of the ninth, Big League Blue Chew helps you stay in the game and deliver when pressure is on. Don't let a slump keep you on the bench. Step up to the plate, chew with confidence, and send it deep. Use promo code #CowboyJack for 20% off your first month subscription, and let Big League Blue Chew make sure you stay in the game and bring the heat.
Let him hear it. Yes.
Come on,
No, wait. Give me that promo code again.
That's promo code #CowboyJack for 20% off your first month's subscription.
There's a hashtag in your promo code.
Yeah, that's how they work.
That works, brother. Michael Mondragon. I did some research on this, and the doctor is a guy named Dr. Vinny Boombatz. Are you aware of him?
You know my doctor.
Doctor approved. Hey, we're taking the money. It doesn't matter. We're taking the money.
Exactly.
That's good.
You give us the green, you'll get the blue. And you won't be blue, and neither will she.
I love it. My doctor is Dr. Detroit, by the way, and he
I thought
sets
yours
me
would
up very
be
well.
Dr. K, Mr. Good.
It could be Dr. It should be Dr. K, but it's not. My name is Michael Mondragon, your humble host for the festivities tonight. And guys, we always bring a new and unique craft beer to review and enjoy. So what craft beer are you drinking? Let us know in the comments what your beer that you're drinking tonight, watching the podcast. I'm going to start out with Allan.
Today I am drinking the Party Wave for this party animal, Hazy Pale Ale with Mosaic and Amarillo hops. This brewery's from Penticton, British Columbia in the Okanagan. It's a solid hazy that I'm drinking out of a stoop glass that you from the beer you had last week. Yeah, it's delicious. I can't wait to have more of these.
Love it. You always bring the unique beers and ones I've never even heard before. And then I looked more into this Slackwater Brewing. They look pretty cool. And I mean, I can't wait to get up to that area and try out all these breweries.
You better get up there pretty soon, dude.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Come on up. We have there's some college summer league teams up in Kelowna in the Okanagan. So come up. We'll watch baseball. We'll go to a bunch of breweries.
Oh, twist my arm. Kevin, you are up next.
Speaking of Kelowna, isn't that the name of this beer? Didn't you pronounce this beer as Gangster Kelowna? Regardless, on this past Saturday, went to a brewery that I've been wanting to go to for a while called the Shop Beer Company in beautiful Tempe, Arizona, because one of my absolute favorite beers in Arizona is called Church Music. But while we were there, I had a beer that you guys appreciate called Sipsky. It made me feel like I was a worker back. Hey, here, take a Sipsky, brother. Then Michael Mondragon said, Kevin, you know that beer is 8%, right? Yeah, so what? It's my first beer of the day. Oh, maybe second beer of the day. I hadn't eaten. It's fine. No problem. Then I saw this one.
My man.
Yeah, I'm back. That was at like what, noon? It's fine.
Yeah.
And so anyway, then we saw this one, and this is called Gangster Cologne, and it's a 6.7%. It's just an American IPA, 46 IBU. And then the fun part I saw was there's not much description on this, but then I looked at it's a collaboration with Pizza Port Brewing Company, which is out of here in People, Southern California, several locations in and around SoCal, mostly in the San Diego area, also a location in South Orange County and San Clemente. But this is a really nice IPA. Michael had it on draft first. I'm going, here's my beer for Monday, brothers.
You know, out of all their beers, like, Church Music is, you can get it a lot of places here. It's pretty regularly available. But these beers were so good. And the Sipsky was definitely good as well. But Kevin dove in the deep end when it came to starting out.
I saw noon. West Coast IPA, and I didn't see. I'm like, all right, I'll be. And then he's like, and we said 8. I'm like, nah,
you can't. You can't.
It was a really good spot. A few miles from where we were staying in Mesa. If you're in the Tempe area, be sure to check the Shop Beer Company out and tell them Cowboy Jack Durango sent you, not me, please.
You can't stop Kevin. You can only hope to contain him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just aim him where you want him to go.
Fair enough.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, my beer tonight is actually in a long line of beers that I will be talking about for weeks to come because Kevin gifted me with quite a few of them. This one I definitely had to start with. It is the Closer Than You Think double dry hopped West Coast IPA by Everywhere Beer, which is one of my favorite beer companies out of Orange, California. They did it in collaboration with another one of my favorites, Highland Park Brewing out of Los Angeles, and CLS Farms, which is an independent hop and organic fruit farm from Moxie City, Washington. Any familiarity with Moxie City, Allan? No.
Didn't even know it existed.
Yes, it's in the Yakima Valley, if that helps at all.
There's tons of hop producers out there, but I believe Yakima Valley is mainly known for wine.
Okay, so This one is 6.7 ABV, no IBU listed. It's a double dry hopped West Coast India Pale Ale brewed with premium Pilsner malt and hop with Eldorado Incognito, Comet, and Centennial hops. So 2 Eldorado hops put in there. And again, just like a lot of the breweries in that area, they're amazing. It's getting to the point where it is overload, right, Kevin? I mean, that area is. And
the thing is, too, with the Great American Beer Fest, Everywhere won Brewery of the Year for the amount of beer they made. And Highland Park Brewery won the overall Brewery of the Year for that, which is it's like winning the Olympics, brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's like winning the Oscar, the Grammys,
Now is that
World Series?
Is that the crown that they have? Like Rating has a crown. Is that from something else?
That's a different award. That's for a it's a winner of an IPA award called the Alpha King. It's like the best hoppiest beer, if I remember right, that they have during the course of that festival.
Okay. So, we always see that crown at different places here. So it's like the hoppiest IPA. So I'm in. It's all good stuff. So definitely check out each one. Highland Park and Everywhere are probably the places that you want to go. CLS Farms is a lot of breweries are doing that lately. They're collabing with these really small little hop brewers or hop growers. and but are these other little super microbreweries, which is super cool. I love seeing that. And with all the breweries that I'm seeing closing down, I'm just happy that everybody's can collaborate and help rebuild this this brewery thing. It's really sad to see a whole bunch of. I just saw another one that went down. Some more in California went down, and I'm just like, it just breaks my heart to see that.
Yeah, it's happening up here as well. The couple closed recently, but couple closed and a couple new ones might be moving in. So when one closes, another one will open.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys think that there's a craft beer bubble?
Oh yeah, for sure. I would say so. Yeah. And unfortunately, I believe that, COVID didn't help it. But what I think happened during that time, and I know it might be a little bit of an unspoken thing. I think that some of these breweries were actually upside down financially and like going into the pandemic, and then potentially, got through it, but just could not sustain it coming out of it, now that we're back into everything. So, and there was a lot of acquisitions and a lot of just maneuvering around as well by some of the breweries. So like some big ones went down, right, Kevin? It was like Modern Times.
I think they're hanging on. Back. I think Martin Times is hanging on by a thread. They are just one of those ones that expanded way too soon because they had locations in Portland, Los Angeles, one here in Anaheim where they had like a pool. It was gonna be a whole thing, and it didn't help. The pandemic obviously did not help, and most of those places have become other companies taking it over. And I think all they have left now, I think, is like one spot in San Diego.
Right. And one that was that we loved, had all these sours, was Cascade Brewing, and they're no longer there as well.
There's a lot like that,
and more behind it for sure. Yeah. But support local craft beer, please. And I said, like, it's they're artists, they're chefs, they're super amazing people, and definitely support them. Also small businesses too.
Yep.
Well, Kevin and I were supporting some baseball this weekend, and as we were hopping around, and we did it in Tempe and Mesa, Arizona this weekend, and possibly the most important event in the world in baseball we went to this weekend. And yes, it was the Banana Ball World Tour. We were there for opening night of the World Tour for 2025. Kevin and I attended Saturday night and the Sunday day game, and both were unique for their own reasons. And the entire 2025 tour, which includes stops in minor league facilities, some actually football facilities as well, consists of 111 games from February to October. So it's pretty amazing, the growth of Banana Ball. But what I learned during this is, like, we knew about it. We were actually on the banana boat a long time ago when it first started, but I was surprised how many people don't know the history of the Savannah bananas and where they came from. And so I thought that we would give you a little overview of the history of the Savannah bananas. Here they are. I think this was probably last year when they were at Sloan Park. But we have some footage. We also want to talk about their owner, Jesse Cole. I actually, on day 2, on Sunday, my buddy that went, I did not tell him anything about this. And he's not a super big sports or baseball fan. He loves football, but he didn't know anything about this. And I didn't tell him. I just go. You're going to love it. And just trust me on this one. And the funny thing about Jesse Cole, I go, oh, he's the owner. And the first thing he said to me was, he goes, is he the real owner? Like, almost like it was like a manager in wrestling. Right. So he was actually on the baseball reliquary. He was actually on the Hall of Fame ballot to get in, right, Kevin? And
the baseball reliquaries versus their Hall of Fame. And this is this was before they really blew up.
Yeah.
And just crickets. And I'm like, man, now I'm like, you know what? I need to like bug this board, because it's like people like Bill Beck, who's like a similar guy, like a similar showman who's just looking up insane promos. Bill Beck is the guy who brought Eddie Goodell up to the plate. He's definitely a character who's making the world of baseball a better place. He's bringing new people into baseball. If you've all seen banana games, you know what I see at those games? Families, kids, and they're all engaged and excited about watching it.
Absolutely. And I mean, Jack, you took your son there and it was like one of the best things ever, right?
One of the best sporting events we've ever been to, man. It was hands down. He was into baseball, never into baseball. Not his thing. Cool. He's a basketball kid. As soon as we sat down, he was locked in. He was following the game. He was having so much fun. Dude, it's such a great family experience. We went with some family friends and just laughing with my buddy, my wife and I. She loves baseball. Just, it was the best night of live sports I've ever been to.
That's so cool. And that's the one thing I noticed was like, all the kids were like super hyped about it.
There he is, man.
Yeah, they loved it. And they knew all the dances and stuff like that. And it was like, it's super cool. And I think that as we're pretty staunch, like super great baseball fans, I think this is only good for baseball. What do you think, Allan?
I totally agree. It's bringing in people that aren't necessarily diehard fans that, don't want to sit there for 9 innings. It brings in, TikTok and things like that most of the kids are on anyways. So I only think it's good for baseball.
Agreed. Kevin, can you give us any facts on Jesse Cole?
All right. So this is where you hashtagged the research. So I want to start with Jesse when he went to college at Woodford College in Spartanburg, South Carolina. He was going there to play baseball. Unfortunately, and apparently he was partly going to be recruited, have a chance to maybe make some progress at a professional level. Who knew? But he injured his shoulder. So he was like done. And it's like, okay, what am I going to do with my life? At that point, he's probably heartbroken. But Jesse Cole persevered in what he do. To quote him, he actually said it was the best thing that ever happened to him. Because while he was hurt, he discovered and became part of the Woodford Theater. And that's where, to quote him, he said, what I realized is I love putting on a show just as much as I love playing baseball. And so when he got out of college, at the age of 23, mind you, he got a job as general manager of the Gastonia Grizzlies, which is a part of the Coastal Plain League. And that league was a summer collegiate baseball league. And he became obsessed with the team. And as you can see right there, he was wearing the gimmick before the bananas. I was like looking into this and I'm like, I read, was in Gastonia, Cole even proposed to his girlfriend, Emily, on the field wearing a signature yellow tux. And I'm like, no way was he doing this. Come on. And I'm like, I was like, there's no way he's doing this. But that's why we hashtagged the research here at the Brew Crew. There he is. You see the little text below saying that's why he was at the Gastonia Grizzlies. And I'm like, wow, that's a real thing. You see, it's not fully complete yet, but it was right there on paper. And hey, don't think Jesse Cole started all of his ideas in Savannah. Gastonia did, get ready for this, a Midnight Madness game in July of 2010 against the Forest City Owls. The first pitch was at midnight with festivities before the game, including bed races, eating contests, players in the dunk tank, home run derby, and a live band in the beer garden. The game drew 3,150 fans, with the last fan entering the stadium at 1:39 a.m. So, and mind you, like, these games were drawing crickets usually until he came around. They started averaging a couple thousand people a year. And so, as I mentioned with Emily, they were doing their own thing. They're getting together. But before I go back to there, I need to talk about the Gastonia Grizzlies a little bit here. Unfortunately, I tell you, they do no longer exist. They moved to Spartanburg, South Carolina for the 2021 season, and get ready for their name, the Spartanburgers. Yeah. That's it. And unfortunately, they didn't last a year. They were gone. But in May of 2023, the owners of the Down East Wood Ducks of the Carolina League said, we're going to get a new stadium built in Spartanburg and get the team in there as early as the 2025 season. And this year, bam, there it is. The Hub City Spartanburgers are coming to Spartanburg, South Carolina.
So awesome.
I was loving that.
That's such a good jersey, the white one on the left.
Oh, yes.
So what the hashtag, we may have to do a more what happened on the Spartanburgers later, but I just saw that and I thought it was a nice little sidebar. I want to go back to Jesse and Emily. They actually did get married on the field in Gastonia. Unfortunately, it was raining that day, but luckily that was the worst part of their marriage. As you see, they're doing really well. And after they were engaged, though, I want to sidetrack a little bit. Emily surprised Jesse with a trip to the historic Grayson Stadium in beautiful Savannah, Georgia. And to quote Mr. Cole, he said, we fell in love with the stadium and the community, but we're shocked there were only a few hundred fans at the game. We knew we could do something special here. So when we heard the professional team was leaving, because of lack of support, Emily and I bought an expansion franchise in the Coastal Plain League and worked with the city of Savannah to welcome a college summer baseball team. Because the Class A Savannah Sand Gnats, which I want to see what that logo looks like. I didn't get a chance to look that up. We're moving to Columbia, South Carolina, and Jesse swooped in. By this time, too, he actually became the owner of the Gastonia Grizzlies as well. So I don't know if his family came from old money or what, but at 23 to be running a team, and then by this time he's like 30. Already owning two like collegiate baseball teams. It's kind of interesting. He already was in with the league, so he could make it happen. But around this time, too, he created the Fans First Entertainment, which is the overall arching company of now it's like a mini baseball empire. And this is what I call shenanigans. So they were named the Bananas after a name contest. And I kind of want to call shenanigans because, the guy is wearing a yellow suit all the time. Oh, what a coincidence. Oh, we're the Bananas now. Because of a fan who put Bananas as the, an entry. And they're like, yeah, all right, we'll see. So lastly, to give you an introduction on the Bananas, I want to read you directly from the Savannah Bad website. This is from there. We first arrived in Savannah in October of 2015 with a goal to make baseball fun and bring back fans to historic Grayson Stadium. For the first time, Minor League Baseball had left the city after calling Savannah home for 90 years. I mean, you guys, you couldn't understand 90 years. Me, that's just... That's like a month ago in my mind. Now, because of this, we realized that getting fans excited for a college summer team was harder than we ever could have imagined. In our first few months, we had only sold a handful of tickets. By January 2016, just months before our first game, the team had overdrafted our account. Jesse and Emily actually had to sell their home to keep the team going. That's how bad things were going for them. Then everything changed because on February 25th, 2016, the team was named the Savannah Bananas. And then, it's almost the rest is just history right there. But the name was not liked or appreciated by most people in Savannah. We heard comments like, whoever came up with the team should be fired. The owners should be thrown out of town. You'll never sell a ticket. A year later, they even did a mean tweet video to share some of the love they received, which is a nice little touch there. We heard mixed reviews. We were finally on the map and people knew who we were. With all the attention they were able to sell opening night, our fans were met with a completely unique experience featuring all-inclusive food. And that's the thing out here in Savannah. They do all-inclusive food there. Our senior citizen dance team, the first Banana Baby and dancing players. Since the first season, we've sold out every single game. Over 200 and counting. And I think that's just in Savannah alone. So lastly, let me just give you Jesse Cole's philosophy. Quote, imagine what the best possible fan experience is and do that. Don't sell for the way things have been done before.
Yeah, and the book on the right, he's written 3 books, by the way, and the book on the right was the one that was available at the stadium. I definitely want to get all 3 of them.
Agreed. And I was thinking about that too.
Yeah, and it just watching, like, he has his own YouTube channel. You should definitely check out that. It gives a lot of the history from the beginning of the Bananas when they first started, and they played both of these games that we went to on their YouTube channel. Which was super cool, but we have some exclusive footage from those that it's so fun. It's like the funnest thing ever. But what is Banana Ball? Okay, so what makes it different? Well, they have some special Banana Ball rules. So you have to win the inning, meaning score more in the inning than the other team. There's a 2-hour time limit, so there's a clock that runs down. You can't step out of the box, which is actually interesting because in the game that we saw yesterday, Sunday, right?
Yes.
There was a strike 2, and the batter kind of fell out of the batter's box and walked around, but that means that it was strike 3, so he struck out essentially. And he didn't even know it. And the umpire called him out, and we were just kind of a little confused by it as well. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, no bunting. Batters can steal first. This one's a little complicated, but it's you kind of have to see it to understand it. Yeah. And then all 9 players have to touch the ball, and then you can advance as far as you want.
That's the same on the walk right there. There you go.
Yeah, so no walks allowed. No mound visits allowed, and there's no way you could get a mound visit in because they keep on throwing the pitches. If a fan catches a ball, it's an out, and this happened multiple times. And then they feature
twice on Sunday. Yes.
Yeah, they feature the people. They actually announce them later in the game.
They brought the kid down.
Yeah,
they actually brought the kid down on the field and highlighted him, saying, "This is 10-year-old whoever who caught a ball for an hour."
Yes. The showdown tiebreaker, if it's tied at the end of the 2-hour time limit, the game goes to a showdown tiebreaker.
Yeah.
That didn't happen where we were, but
No.
Banana Ball Challenge, each team and the fans get the opportunity to challenge a ruling on the field. I think there's a special reason for this. Let's just say, I'll just say kayfabe. I'll just say kayfabe. It's a way that they kind of keep it interesting, let's just say. And then the golden batter rule, which actually happened on the first night. Yeah, on Saturday night. So very unique rules. And if you're a traditional baseball fan, you may not be able to keep up with this. I mean, we couldn't. We were just like, wait a second. Wait a minute. Oh, it's still tied. It's, it's like a third inning. And there's been a lot of runs scored, but it's still tied. So super fun. These are the 4 teams. The Savannah Bananas, the Party Animals, the Firefighters, and the new Texas Tailgaters. And that'll be part of 2020.
Wait. Go back. Can you go back to that last picture, please? Cowboy Durango. I think you need to file a lawsuit here. Look at that handsome man that's on the Texas Tailgaters logo.
Listen, imitation is the greatest form of flattery, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, but casual's everything around me.
If you're gonna be a beloved figure like myself, you gotta be used to getting ripped off, buddy. It's okay. I'm all right with it.
All right. I just want to make sure. All right.
So there will actually be 2 more teams coming. So it'll feature 6 teams coming in 2026 for the Banana Ball Championship League. The league will play most of its games at Grayson Stadium in Savannah. They'll also play other MLB stadiums and even football venues. I think they play at Clemson. They play at Nissan Stadium where the Tennessee Titans are, and Bank of America Stadium where the Carolina Panthers play as well. Obviously, they'll have MLB former players and celebrity guests there. And let's talk about this team, the Party Animals. Yes. Okay. So I can speak for Jack and Allan and now Kevin. Would you say that the Party Animals are arguably more popular than the Bananas?
Hands down.
Yeah. I mean, they also kind of get shafted. They don't get any of the celebrity MLB players, and they're still putting up the numbers. So.
They're the bros, dude. They are the bros.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah. Well, I bet maybe some bad boy like can you imagine if like John Rocker comes out for them, or some of the I'm trying to think of the others. Rob Dibble would be the original bad boy, right?
That's a nasty boy. He's a nasty
boy. Yeah.
There's a bunch.
But I think that they can have those kind of
there.
Yes.
Get John Kruk out there. He was a party.
John Kruk. Yes.
Wade Boggs. Come on.
There you go. Exactly. The guys who push back on baseball for sure.
Yeah,
those would be some fun ones. That's awesome. Actually, the question was actually asked of me. Okay, the Party Animals. What city would best represent them?
Based on the colors and everything else, I'd probably say New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's a great guess.
That was my first thought.
I'm gonna go somewhere in Florida.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Jack's thinking what I'm thinking. What city in Florida?
What spring break party central? Where's that gonna be?
Key West.
Like Boca Raton, Daytona.
Yeah, I could see him being the Daytona Beach Party Animals.
So here was my guess. Key West.
Okay.
Key West.
Yeah.
Key West, or
I almost went local because Arizona State is known as a party school.
So that's a good one too.
The Tempe Party Animals, or my obscure one, another party school is Chico State, Chico, California.
State.
Yes.
Stop it.
San Diego State is also another one that's always on the
Hey man, don't
party
be
list.
dissing on Chico. Come on. Where do you think Chico's bail bonds came from?
Where did they used to film the what do they call it, the Redneck Riviera? Where is that?
Oh,
where did they used to film Nitros, dude?
Oh God!
It was Club Vila.
Club Vila, yes, that was in Florida.
Where was that? Was that it? That was
Club
Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah,
Fort Lauderdale was another good guess. That's a good one. A good city.
Wherever the Redneck Riviera is, that's Club Vila. That's the city.
That's a great one. That's real good. What do we have on recon on that?
When I put in Redneck Riviera, it says nickname for the northwest coast of Florida and the Gulf Coast of Alabama. The term refers to a strong southern culture of the region and the area's popularity used as a vacation destination for families.
Club La Villa is a nightclub owned, so I believe it's still around, by Patrick and Thorsten Pfeffer, and is located in the resort community of Panama City Beach.
There you go, Panama
Boom,
City.
dude,
That's
we got
amazing.
there.
We nailed it. That's it. That's
We
what it is.
got there.
It's
That's why we
definitely-
hashtag do the research.
Destination of Adam Cole, baby.
There you go. That's
Yeah, there you
perfect.
go.
That's perfect.
Right.
Yeah, Adam Cole's now single, so he's gonna go nuts. He's gonna go nuts. So the firefighters are the other, and where would they be from?
Boston, New York.
Yeah, it's got to be
Boston
either
or New York.
New York, or Boston.
Yeah.
And
How
they're
about-
going to
how
be
about Hotlanta?
really Hotlanta.
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah, I mean, there was a MLS team, the Chicago Fire.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Michael, make some fun here because this is where you and I are old. I'm going to say Bellflower, California, which is the home of the Los Angeles County Fire Museum.
Wow, that is amazing.
I remember there was an event there where they had cast in the vehicles from the TV show Emergency. That's just for you, Michael Mondragon.
That's fantastic. And even here in Phoenix, they have the Hall of Flame, which is the largest firefighting
Right.
with all the fire trucks. That could be another one. And it's hot here too. I mean, of course.
Well, maybe SoCal's not a bad destination for some
SoCal
firefighters.
is-
I mean,
They made a strong bid a couple weeks ago.
right?
The Palisades firefighters, is it too soon
They
to say that?
definitely.
Yeah, never
Yes.
too soon, dude.
The ownership is not very strong, but the actual the
Are they going to be sponsored by State Farm? I'm sorry. Jeez.
No, they'll back out.
There you go.
They'll back out.
wow.
Well, hey, we got there. Well done, Allan. Proud of you for that one, brother.
So I love
those
this.
uniforms.
Yeah, they're so good, and I also love like 18 trick plays, and then I mean they actually count the trick plays, which we'll actually see one of those. But the thing I wanted to see is it says like 12.2 innings pitched. What is a 304 MPI? I now I gotta check out what these
Minutes
stats
per
are.
inning. I think it's minutes per inning. That's my guess.
Oh wow!
I bet you,
Okay,
I bet you that's what it is.
so instead of an inning, well, I guess they have an inning count, but then they tabulate the
That's a
time.
2-hour
that they
time
were-
limit.
Yeah, he tries to get out of there.
That's my guess.
It's a good average. If it's three innings.
I'm just guessing. I might be wrong on that, but that seemed to be a guess for me.
Yes. Well, there and Cowboy Jack, man, this is
Yeah, look at that.
you have some royalties coming, my friend.
Yeah.
And hashtag do the research. I am correct. MPI is minutes per inning.
Perfect.
I'm going to have to call the legal department.
Told you. I was trying to tell you, Jack.
Yeah. Until I saw it blown up and in my face, I was all right with it. And then I saw it and I was like, all right, guys, this is
Yeah.
some originality doesn't hurt.
Yes.
Okay, pal.
It's definitely not even close at this point. That's funny. So Jack, you were actually in February at Peoria, and we actually reported on it when it happened. And again, like I remember when you went, like it was just like one of those experiences that you had such fun. Again, you're a baseball novice,
Nervous.
and but this had to be sensory overload, and it's like I mean, for us, it's even a baseball that we didn't even know. Right.
So that's the thing with being a novice. I picked up on the rules pretty easily. you know?
Interesting.
I wasn't fighting years of technique. I was like, all right, well, hitting home runs. All right, rock on. Sweet.
Yes.
They get a point. Awesome. Like, shirtless dudes dancing. Let's go. All right. No, man.
That was the Dad Bod team, right? Is that the Dad Bod cheerleaders you're talking about?
No, the players. The the party animals got a feller that stands right up on the dugout with his shirt off.
Yeah.
The majority of the game
Yes.
dancing with his Instagram painted on his back.
Yes.
Brother's living on the road. Okay,
I'm telling you.
Listen, Hotel 243 written on the back. You know what I mean? He's got hotel room keys hanging out of his back pocket.
Exactly. He's like whipping them at people.
Yeah,
like cars.
It's so much fun, dude. They're having a blast. No, dude, and we got a showdown. The game that we went to, and the golden batter. And the golden batter was all this pomp and circumstance and build up to just a really disappointing swing.
That's what, exactly. First swing, and it wasn't done with us too. Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, not great, but the showdown was super cool. I mean, it was perfect, man. Then every player stood outside of the stadium and signed every autograph.
And that's part of my video that I'll show you. It's like that's the fan interaction, and I mean, you got your hat signed and everything. It's so cool. So cool.
Yeah, and my son was all about the party animals. He got every one of their signatures, man. It was so cool.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he's heard about your reputation as a party animal. So now he got to see him and he goes, no, I get it now.
So funny story. if I might brag a little bit, my son and I are in line to get the Bananas autograph, and one of the umpires cuts through the line on his way through, and I was like, "Hey, man, you did a great job out there tonight." Because if you've been to a game, you know that the umps are part of the show. And he turns around, and he's like, "Oh, hey, thanks. Are you Cowboy Jack Durango?"
Yeah.
No lie, dude. My son was right there, and he was just like, "What the heck?" So my reputation does precede me sometimes.
That's amazing.
And now that just makes me wonder, like, are these? Was it just happen to be a local guy that uses an ump, or do these umps travel with them? Obviously, if you see a game, the home plate umpire has to be a guy that travels with them.
Dude, this guy's a local worker here in Phoenix, and I don't know, man. I mean,
hopefully he makes the world tour. You know, they're filling up slots. There's still time, Cowboy Jack. You can be a cheerleader.
That's a good point. I'll take that into. I mean, I am a sponsor. I'm a big sponsorship pony for the show now. Right. So if I stepped away, the show would suffer. So I'm gonna stick with the girl who brought me to the dance, the Baseball Brew Crew. But don't try to get rid of me that easy, Kevin. See this guy, Mondragon? Okay, all right.
He watches too much pro wrestling. He knows, like, he's all the maneuvering. He's like, I'm on to the next trend. So, Allan, you actually got to see them a month after that?
Yeah, the first stadium, like the MLB stadium in Houston, went down with Anna and the baseball bucket list. She was part of a tour. It was crazy. It was the first time I was at the Houston Astros Stadium. That sweet Dunkin' Donuts basketball, which I got simply by going by the booth and just giving the old, hey, throw it here. And the guy just bypassed the line and threw me the ball. I was like, see you later.
Oh, no kidding. That's amazing.
Hey, international sign of throw me the ball. And he threw me the ball. It was unreal. Like, just the whole circus of it all. Got 3 pretty good MLB players on during the game. Josh Reddick was one who I believe came out to Ric Flair's theme and had a belt. But if you know anything about Josh Reddick, that's right to character.
Yeah.
So he was the golden batter, I'm assuming?
I believe so. He came in and pinch hit at some point. Might have had a few too many Lone Stars at that point. So, it was a little hazy. We got Roger Clemens later on.
Oh, you were at that game.
Wearing a hoodie under the jersey, which was so bizarre.
Yeah.
He got shelled, by the way, which is fantastic. He gave up 3 hits and a home run, which means I got to see the train.
Oh,
that's
nice.
right.
Yeah, which was pretty sweet.
That's cool.
And then I got Roy Oswalt.
As
the final celebrity, and it was like just all of it was just such a cool experience. Everything from outside to inside is just always engaging with the fans. Like the whole show, like an hour beforehand. Like, I don't know how these guys have the energy to do it. Like back-to-back days.
Well, it was for us, it was a night game and then a day game.
Jeez.
Like we got into town. We got to our hotel, which is right next door at like 11, and there was already like they were already setting up, and there were already players who went on the field. I'm like, my gosh, this game's not till 7 p.m.
It's a whole production, man.
Yes.
That jersey is phenomenal, by the way. I love the one with the banana stickers all over.
And I mean, their merchandise is amazing.
Top notch.
Yeah, totally. And you know, again, this is a scene outside of it, right at that sign. But actually, let's take a look at some of the pregame festivities and some of the players signing stuff. Again, that was literally the pace of the whole game. Yes. And it just never stopped. I thought like playing one song in between every pitch, they would change it. It was actually like sometimes 2, sometimes 3 songs within like one batter, or one pitch, I should say.
Yeah, mid pitch, you would hear music changing. Like, whoa!
It was crazy, and it was so fun. And one of the great things about it is it's the involvement. They really tried to involve kids. Watch this, and you'll understand kind of what happens.
That kid hit a home run.
He hit
a home run.
Yes, a little league home run, but it's still a home run in the books.
Same.
It's so much fun. But I would like to show you the first pitch of the season. And this is, speaking of home runs, this is exactly the way it played out. The very first pitch.
Sorry, that was me screaming.
That was Kevin screaming the whole time. He was.
No, like so excited to see inside the park home run. That's all.
Yes, on the first pitch after the big pomp and circumstance, like the whole team is on the field too.
Like, I'm like, that's such a perfect work. I'm like, some of the stuff is, you can only control so much about baseball, but some bits you're like, it works out. It's great.
Yeah,
It's a work, brother. Of course.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
so
show
good.
business, baby. Come on now.
Totally. And the one thing that I also love about this as well, just some of the athletic plays is outstanding. And you have to see it to believe it. So watch this to believe it.
Is that Dear Meadows?
Oh, I don't know him by name. The fact that you know him by name is I was just getting my breath back. I'm like, how in the heck do you time it like that? It's amazing.
Yeah.
How do you do that? That's pure unadulterated athleticism.
It's insanity.
It's stupid. Like, it's just like I couldn't
It's
even.
nasty talent, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, I can barely pick up the ball and throw it to one, let alone like trying to flip or cartwheel during it.
Yes.
So
Insane. But I'll tell you what, that was amazing. But I actually have something that is probably one of the biggest announcements from the weekend. Yes, everybody, there is a new power couple in the Brewniverse. They say beer and bananas do not mix well. Well, I'm here to dispel that myth. That's right. Kevin and Princess Potassium have finally met. Kevin, do you have anything to say for yourself? Please get off mute. We got to hear this.
okay.
You're a man of few words.
What are you doing?
That's not true.
The proof is in the banana pudding.
Oh, but I mean, Kevin, what's you're stunned.
All I know is I saw Princess coming this way, so I'm like, well, of course I'm gonna say hello to Princess. So where we were sitting, we were in the upper deck, and at random points, she came by, like a couple party animals came by, cheers came by. We're just saying, hey. So shot my shot, and apparently I'm now the court jester for the.
Good shirt choice. I mean, she should have went for it by shirt choice alone.
I was going to give Kevin a boost for this picture, but I was actually taking the picture.
I'm like, how big is her banana heel?
She was a lot taller than I expected as well.
She. I mean, judging by how tall you are in person, she looks to be about 5'2".
Well, this weekend was not without its controversial moments, and this may be the most controversial thing that we ever play on the Baseball Brew Crew podcast. And it is called Hold Your Horses. And it has to be seen to be believed.
Two sets of horses coming out with their families. It is first the Gretsch family and the Jackson family bringing out their horses. They are kids. These are some very young horses. Let's hear it for our horses as they make their way to home plate. Now we have the Gretsch family over here with their two young horses, and we have the Jackson family over here with their two horses. And as we know, it is very important to hold your horses. But sometimes the horses may get away. And so here the dads are going to have to catch the horses. So horses, on your mark, get set, go! And there go the horses. And they can't see anything. They are running aimlessly and they can't see. Dads, get your horses! And here they go, the Gretsch family's going. They are running aimlessly. We've got to catch those horses. Whoever gets the horses first wins. We've got that horse. Look at his speed on the ground. And he has got no control of his horses.
first and last.
Brilliant.
Was that not incredible or what?
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, he knew. That's it for this, brother.
Yeah,
Brother, he was stuffing bills into a white
Oh, yeah.
envelope. Like, nope, bring him back, dude.
yeah.
We don't even know what happened on the first base side because we were sitting on the third base side. Well, who knows what happened on the other side? It's children, yes.
He's been waiting for that for years.
Oh yeah.
If you've seen the movie American Beauty, I believe it is, the one of the kids says in it, he goes, "This is the most beautiful thing I've ever filmed," and it was like a thing. That is the most beautiful thing I've ever filmed.
That's brilliant, man. That's so good. He spear tackled his children.
Again, I can't wait. I can't wait.
They don't say a prize. You win.
Yes.
No, and dude, that's a father like, hey, I'm just playing around with my kids, dude. Like,
Exactly.
I'd love to see the home life on those kids.
Oh, it's so good. I can't.
And let me just say, the next day they do that game. Shocking.
Yeah. They did not do that the next day, but they did do something. They didn't do it on Saturday night, and we were a little disappointed about it. But we found out that they would be doing it on Sunday afternoon, and it is the baby race. So let's take a look at that.
Stella, Ari, Amelia, Riker, Calvin, and William. And we're going to see who gets to the finish line the first. And without crying, ideally. Babies, on your mark. Get set. Go. And they're up. The fucking go. And it looks like Ari's taking a few. He's so bad. Oh. And Riker wants to go. And it looks like Ari's going backwards. He's going towards first. William's got a head start. Ari's all over the place. Look at this blistering pace we have. Wait. Here comes Amelia. And there goes William. It's William versus Amelia. They're taking a pause, getting their composure. Wait, here comes Calvin. Look at this race. William, Calvin, Amelia. And Stella there, look at William go. And the winner.
So
love
good.
it.
So good. And we heard, Kevin and I heard that they had a thing on the PA. They were calling for babies for the baby race, and Kevin and I went nuts. And everybody's like, "What do you like?" Yeah, go ahead, Kevin.
We're looking for people who have crawling babies to participate in today's festivities. It wasn't quite like that, but that's how I was.
Yes, but Kevin and I heard that, and we went nuts,
We
and
know the
everybody's
game.
like, "Yeah,
We
we
know the
went
game.
crazy." Yeah, we knew what was going on, so we couldn't wait. But showing the Savannah Bananas would not be complete if we did not show Dakota Stilts Britain. Yes, there we go. The world's tallest pitcher. And this is where we get our copyright strike for music. Not that we haven't got it already, but yeah, look at that. He has the autograph of it right here. Well, let's see him in action right now.
That brother is a worker and then some. He pitched an inning in both games.
Yeah.
He pitched both games for an inning. And apparently, I have to look more true. Apparently, it was just like, tried out. And he's like, yeah, I'm on stills. Like, well, can you pitch? He's like, yeah. He said he never pitched a day in his life. He never pitched. But you know what? Went out there. He did it. And I'm like, man, that's the answer. They ask you to do something, you always say yes.
Exactly.
His mom was the one that put in the application for him
Oh, that's funny.
and said he could play on stilts.
Wow.
2, Sweet Caroline, my interest music.
Oh, look at that. That's smart. I love it. I love it. And
Also, you're a Red Sox fan.
ooh.
Married to one at least.
Oh, that's Trevor. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything about it was so much fun. In fact, my buddy who was there who didn't know anything about it, he was actually mildly freaked out by the stilts, like this. Looking at it, I was like, that was such an odd reaction. That I'm like, of course, if you didn't know what was going on and you saw that, and he goes, "Oh, that's kind of weird." Oh, so good. Well, the party animals won on Saturday night. They actually won 6-2. Obviously, it says 18-7 only because it adds up all the runs. But you have to, if you know banana ball, you know how to do the scoring. And on Sunday afternoon, it was a 2-1 Bananas win. So it was a split in the series. And I mean,
nice.
I can say for myself, like there was a time when I was a little upset. Like I said, we were the first ones on the banana boat, and we thought we were going to be the last ones to ever see the bananas. And it finally happened, and I was like, I'm so glad it did. And I was glad that we got to go to both games as well. We were actually only planning to go on Sunday, but I'm glad that we got to go on Saturday as well, because it was a different game, and it was fun. It was opening night, and it was everything I thought that it was going to be. Yeah, I mean, I can't put it over enough. I mean, if you have baseball fans, if you have non-baseball fans, if you just have people that just want a great night out, this is it. And it's very affordable if you can get the lottery tickets. And even we got the upper part. It was a little bit more, and I'd say you probably will spend about $100. But they had food, Kevin, right? And it was great.
Yeah, like I went out there like that. Not great, it was fine. It was like burgers, dogs, and macaroni salad, and like coleslaw. And I'm like, all right, cool. Might as well get some grub. And hey, no line for beer. Yeah. And I found a Juicy Jack, not Jack Durango, a Juicy Jack by Santan. The other Juicy Jack I have when I'm in Phoenix is the Juicy Jack by Santan Brewing, a beautiful and wonderful beer out of Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right. So I can probably speak for you guys, and you guys would go back to any time. Am I correct on that?
100%.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Super.
It's the best night of entertainment you're going to get if you're a baseball fan.
Yeah. And
if you're not a baseball fan, there's still playing to enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just from the music and just the energy, and it's just it's like going to a circus.
And that's one thing that was so interesting about the music. It's like you had like a spectrum. You had like this insane spectrum of music. You had like current music. You had music from the 60s. All of a sudden, they started playing the DuckTales theme, and you see all these adults like so excited to hear the DuckTales theme. Or like
right.
Yes. Or whatever, and all this stuff.
Yeah, Baby Shark.
Did you catch me on video doing head, shoulders, and knees and toes at some point?
I did, but the footage wasn't. But we'll shame you with that later for sure. But
a few too many 8%ers, huh, champ?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
I just went into work mode. I'm like, well, I work with kids. I hear this song. It's my exercise, you know.
And here's a spoiler alert. Kevin's a Village People fan. Let's just say that. He knows all the words. He knows all the words. He knows all the moves. He's got all the moves.
That tracks.
Well, you know, I was in the Navy. Well, no, the Navy didn't exist when I was around. We were still in the ocean, still in the seven seas.
Yeah,
in the Navy.
You guys were hunting pirates back then.
Oh, we'll definitely hunt for our social media handles. We're on X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Guys, any last words? Are you guys going to be in any bananas games coming up soon?
I'm going to try for sure.
I'm on the lottery for the last weekend of May in beautiful Allan, California at Angel Stadium. Don't you say anything, Cowboy Jack Durango. It's going to be the best baseball that's going to be in Allan, California in 2025, guaranteed. 2 games with the firefighters. I've also called Los Bomberos contra Los Savannah Bananas. I'll be there for at least one, if not both games. So if you see me there, say hey. Or I'll end up just at Radiant if I don't get in it, which is fine. I'll get any other weekend.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Allan, Cowboy, any
just don't forget to use promo code #CowboyJack when you're ordering your first month's supply of Big League Blue Chew.
Ready.
Allan, Where are you gonna be?
Just this weekend, just planning trips.
There you go.
Texas on the horizon, Italy in April as well, and so got some big things coming.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, for Allan Jepsen, for Cowboy Jack Durango, for Kevin Lyon, I'm Michael Mondragon. We will see you next time for another Baseball Brew Crew podcast. Thanks, everybody. Good night.